Hello, gamers! Welcome in to another amazing live stream by yours truly. How are we? How are we? Today, we are playing 4-2-8 Shibuya Scramble for the first time in probably like 3 to 4 months because I just didn't want to play it. To be honest, ain't nothing wrong with the game. A lot of the times, I'm gonna tell you guys how my brain works, okay? I don't have control over what I like and don't like. I'm not gonna lie. I think I've explained this a little bit before, but there's so many times that I want to do things, like activities, whatever it is, and I just can't. I just can't. Because I just have no interest in doing it. I have no interest in doing it. So I just, like, have had no interest in playing this game. I like the game. I want to know what happens. But my brain was just, no, I don't want to do that. That's honestly half the reason why, if you don't see me play a game for a really long time, it has nothing to do with the game itself. Like, I don't hate the game. I'm not having fun with the game. My brain just said, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that anymore. And so I had no choice but to listen. And so I'm here today to try to maybe bring some interest back to myself with this game. Because honestly, I didn't feel like playing anything. My sister told me I just shouldn't have streamed, but I felt like that was a bitch move. So I'm here to do a short stream instead. Yuggers. I didn't know you had one of those. Bitch, I didn't know you had one either. Period. Anyways. Let's, get over here. Pause this shit. I don't want you anymore. Oh. Give me my desktop audio. Oh. There we go. Not that there's really any audio to hear. There we go. I don't even have my controller plugged in. Because this game notoriously disconnects my controller. And then I have to, what's the word? Relaunch the entire game. Which is very fucking annoying. Sometimes you gotta put your mind in its place and tell it what to do instead of the other way around. I mean, I tried that and it doesn't usually work. Not gonna lie. Honestly, I don't think my controller is working. Hold on. Can I be in the game now? Hello? 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 Game? Game, are you there? Let's, I'm gonna cutely close the game and see if that helps, if I relaunch it. Let's see. They what they say fuck me for, bruh. Let's close that, I guess. Bitch, I don't even have fucking Resident Evil downloaded. Hello? Hello? Okay, how come when I click stop, you don't stop? Hmm? These residents are getting evil, bro. What the fuck? Also, I'm a bitch. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like playing horror games. I don't have room! I don't have room for more games right now. I need to finish games before I fucking download more games. Like, that's why I haven't played Security Breach, because I'm a bitch. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I love watching Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't enjoy playing Five Nights at Freddy's games. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like being scared. And I'm also bad at running from enemies. Can this game I'm actually about to tweak out. Guys, I hope you enjoyed your 10-minute fucking stream. I'm, like, actively trying to play this game. and they said, fuck me. It still says it's open even though I fucking closed it in my task manager. I'm going to start tweaking out. Please, close the game. Bruh. And yet you like FNAF, because playing the game yourself and watching it be played or reading the books, two completely different things. Two completely different things. Alright, let me put the music back on, I guess. Bro, guys, I am not making this shit up. Okay, you know, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna close Steam completely. I think my Steam is dying. I think that's the problem. So I'm gonna close Steam and reopen it, and I think that should fix the problem. I'm gonna be actually deadass. Because I've had that problem before where, like, Steam has to, like, update or something, so it doesn't, like, load the game properly. I'm assuming that's the issue, so we're gonna find out. You know what could be a good alternative to Terraria? An achievement hunt? Maybe. Let me see if this game works if I open Steam one more time, and we'll see. I think my Steam just had to update. I think it's gonna be fine now. Okay, let's pause this again. Minimize this. Okay, yeah. Honestly, I think it's gonna be fine. Let's plug in the controller. Why is my... Why's my controller still not connecting to the game? Hold on. Let me see if my Steam input is even on. I'm gonna disable it and then re-enable it. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. I guess my Steam was just, fucked up. From what I remember, we had just finished the hour. So, I think we're at, like, the start of the hour, of the new hour. And we're, like, very close to, like, end game, I feel like. I don't know how close, but we're definitely close. Bitch, my mic was muted. How long my mic been muted for? Motherfucker. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. This stream is just, I will crash out. Anyways. I don't even remember. I was saying some shit. It do not matter. I think I was, crying about something, probably. Arriving back at the Shibuya precinct, Kano hurried to the interrogation room. With the investigation currently on hold, he knew that taking any official action would be tricky. If he was going to break through this stalemate, he was going to need Tateno's help. I need to move my fucking... I can't see. We heard you talk about being near the end of the game, so you muted after that? I don't remember... The thing is, I don't remember muting my mic. I think I'm dying. I think I'm going crazy. I think you're gonna have to put me down. Sorry. The abduction. Oh my god, it's so quiet. I hate this game because, like, it doesn't play music all the time, and then I'm just sitting here in silence, and I'm like, you can hear my fucking eyelids blinking. Yeah, it couldn't have been that long. The abduction, the ransom, the attaché case relay, Maria's release, and then Tanaka's death. I forgot he died. Maybe Tateno would be able to figure out how all these elements were related. But first Kano needed to check something for himself. Tateno would never have let Al Karawan go free. I mean, how well do you know him? I mean, people literally, like, are serial killers and their family don't even know. So, like, how well can you really know anybody? You know what I mean? Kano needed the prisoner to set the record straight. Girl, we already know this bitch is not gonna talk to you. We've tried this before and it didn't work. Al Karawan sat in the precinct interrogation room, looking brazen and cocksure. Whoa, cock. One glance at his face, and Kano was reminded of what happened to Sasayama. Fresh anger smoldered at the edge of his mind. I forget. Did he just get... I know he got... Did he get shot or stabbed? He got injured, but I don't know how, like, bad it is. I don't know. Fresh anger smoldered at the edges of his mind. There were two detectives already in the room. It seems he wasn't made privy to the details, one of them told Kano. Sounds like they were following orders, carrying that attaché case around, the other added. Kano sat down across from Al Karawan. There's something I'd like to ask you, he said. We were just paid to do a job. I don't know anything more than that. His Japanese was imperfect, but he understood the language well enough. Tell me, how did you manage to escape from Detective Tateno? Escape? I didn't. A faint smile came to Al Karawan's lips. He let me go free. Liar! Detective Tateno would never do that. Kano slammed the desk with his fist. I didn't have handcuffs on, did I? He took them off for me. This had to be a lie. It's not like there weren't other ways to remove a pair of handcuffs. After he took off the handcuffs, Al Karawan continued, he pointed his gun at me. Cut the crap! Kano grabbed the prisoner by the collar. But Al Karawan went on, unperturbed. He kept the gun pointed at me, but he didn't pull the trigger. So that's when I ran. Why would Detective Tateno want to shoot you? Because I saw him. Saw him? Saw him do what? Let me tell you something interesting, Al Karawan said sardonically. There was the girl who was carrying the ransom, right? There was that girl. Kano pictured Hitomi standing anxiously beside the statue of Hachiko. That guy, Tateno, was trying to kill her. That's true. We know that he was. In a fit of rage, Kano drove his fist into Al Karawan's face. Oh my god. Get your shit together! You can get charged for that! His colleagues rushed to interpose themselves. He's in the hall. Oh, okay, got you. Stabbed. Kano, calm down. Knocked to the floor, Al Karawan gingerly fingered his split. Why do you have to... Why do you have to word it like that? And after I gave you such good info, too, he grumbled. Detective Tateno was assigned to protect Hitomi Osawa, Kano shouted. You can't expect me to believe you're rubbish. He lunged around the table, ready to throw another punch, but his fellow detectives held him back. Al Karawan looked away indifferently. It's your Detective Tateno you should be arresting, not me. That girl's going to get killed. You need to step in line, pal, Kano bellowed. Kano, his colleague shouted. You're the one who needs to step in line. Go and cool off for a bit. No, literally he could. Expelled from the interrogation room, Kano immediately pulled out his cell phone, and called Tateno's number. Please pick up. He clutched the phone tight, pleading under his breath. But Tateno didn't answer. Oh man. Not gonna lie, Kano is not a very good cop. He gets way too emotional, rational. I agree. Kano sat down in a chair in the hallway in a bit of a daze. He found himself holding the present Sasayama had gotten for his wife. Is he a detective now? Oh my gosh. Not the hiccup. He found himself holding the present Sasayama had gotten for his wife. I have to do something. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. His restlessness gnawed at him like a rabid animal. Hey, Kano. He looked up to see Kuze standing beside him, his expression grave. I have an update on Sasayama, the director began. Oh god, this is gonna be really bad. No, Kano. Kano swallowed the lump in his throat. It seems the knife went in deep enough to do some organ damage. He's in critical condition. I see. Kano bit his lip hard. His handkerchief, red with Sasayama's blood, clung to the wrapping paper of Sasayama's present. Kano peeled it away carefully, so as not to tear the paper beneath. Dude. I mean, I guess that does ask the question. Is Sasayama a detective too, or is he just like a regular cop? Are they both detectives? I can't remember. What's that? Asked Kuze. Sasayama had me hold on to this for him. It's a present for his wife. Ah, I see. They are both detectives. They were partners. Listen, just because you're partners doesn't mean you're both detectives. I mean, look at McQueen and Dooley. One of them is just a regular cop, and one of them is a detective, and that works for them. I see. I'm sorry, Director Kuze. Generally, it does. Dark Side Detective is just odd. I think it's because specifically they were what's the word? They were in like the dark side like unit or whatever that shit's called, and the chief does not give a fuck about that division, and so she was like, fuck, all right, go help him out, I guess, because I don't think Dooley's a very good cop despite the fact that like people like him. So they kind of like, you know, were forced to be together. But they make it work somehow. For ignoring your orders. Kano's eyes remained fixed on the gift as he spoke. When you get down to it, none of this would have happened if it weren't for me. Some kind of punishment was surely headed his way for acting alone as he had. He probably wasn't getting out of this one with a simple written apology. When public servants are negligent in their duties or violate regulations, they can be punished with a warning, a formal reprimand, reduction in pay, suspension, or dismissal. In the case of a warning, in addition to the remonstration from a direct supervisor, the individual must also submit a formal letter explaining the relevant details and assuring that it won't happen again. Dude, to be honest, I think your friend dying is enough of a punishment. Potentially dying. Obviously, he's not dead yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. But Kuze calmly shook his head. What happened to Sasayama isn't your fault. Don't blame yourself, he said. As far as this case goes, I've been given quite the runaround myself. There was a rare note of vulnerability in Kuze's voice. The higher-ups have barely let any information trickle my way, but they're still ordering me around non-stop. It's a real pain in the ass. Kuze fell silent, ruminating. The quiet lingered between the two men for several moments before he abruptly spoke again. All right. I'd like to get your opinion on something. So, Mamoru Tanaka, who we found in the minivan, you know? Hi, Ditto! Oh my gosh. Happy 150 stream streak, Black Blue. That's a big number. And happy 20 stream streak, Ditto. Oh, where was I? Oh yeah, what you think? Should we ought to maybe release his name to the media? Kuze had slipped into his childish register. He was clearly exhausted. What does that mean? I can't stop yawning, you guys. Oh, right. I'd like to get your opinion on something. So, Mamoru Tanaka, who we found in the minivan. You know, what you think? Should we maybe release his name to the media? After dealing with the kidnapper's baffling actions and too much meddling from the higher-ups, even a veteran like Kuze is just beat. But that's not the only reason for his exhaustion. Kuze has a brother, 6 years his senior, who despite being nominally mature, refuses to get a real job and shows no inclination to settle down with a family. He walks around town day after day, dressed like a hippie, and treating passerbys to songs he's written. Kuze has been worrying about his shiftless brother for years now, and the guy's become a chronic source of consternation. Guys, I'm in a man. Oh, his voice is very high pitched. Oh, all right. Oh no, I read that shit already. I'm stupid. Connor was thrown by the question. It was rare. Oh my god, I can't stop, guys. That actually pissed me off. It was a rare thing for the director to seek an opinion from a mere junior detective. It feels like there's something not too normal about one of Kenji Osawa's subordinates dying, Kuze went on. Kano had the same thought. This felt too intentional to be a coincidence. So here's the question. Should I get the media involved and try to rush for a resolution, or should I be more cautious? What would you do? About releasing the name, Kano asked. That wasn't such a simple thing to answer. There were so many factors to consider. A tired smile came to Kuze's face. Don't think about it too hard. This is just so I have a point of reference. Tell me what your gut says. I think releasing the name should be alright. I think we should hold back for now. I think... My family wants to do taxes. Tax report. That's true. What y'all think we should do? I think... I don't know. I don't know what I think. Just choked on my spit, bro. I'm going through it. I'm going through it like fuck right now. Because, like, all I've learned is that being indecisive in video games gets you nowhere, and it gets you friend zoned by a magnifying glass and a humanoid sink. I was gonna say, I think B. I think we should hold back for now. But also, like, maybe if we tell them, then, like, Osawa will see it. I think we should hold back for now. Kuze rumbled. We still don't know if Mamoru Tanaka was murdered or if he committed suicide, Kano pointed out. We should at least wait until we know that much. This case had so many loose ends that could lead in dangerous directions. It would pay to be as prudent as possible. Kuze paused for a moment in thought, and then nodded. I see what you mean. Alright then. Oh my gosh. Then, without another word, he headed back toward the conference room. He said, Alright, I'm out. I don't want my slides anymore. I want my slippers. On the TV, the governor's press conference was still going on. Dude, imagine just being an average citizen during this. I'd straight up be crying. I'm dropping shit. Hold on. My bad. My bad. Get over here, ho. This is what I get for trying to just, like, casually get up in the middle of stream just to grab, like, a tissue to wipe my eyes. Fuck me, right? I can't handle this. This stream's about to be 1 hour, and then I'm gonna go die. No, I'm kidding. That's not true. Or is it? I don't know. I'm just fucking going through it. I don't know why. Free me. Free me from this curse. Okay. I've just requested that each of the railroad companies, starting with JR, stop running trains through Shibuya Station until further notice. As far as the roads go, Route 246, not 428, whoa, has already been closed to traffic. The executive looked pale as he spoke to the crowd. Is there any possibility of a bioterrorist attack? No, of course not. Of course, no. What? Now, why would they do that? No. It's fine. It's fine. Right, chat, right? There's definitely not a deadly virus about to be spread upon the city if one bitch doesn't get her fucking dose. Bitch, stay there. What about the people who are still in Shibuya? The reporters unleashed a barrage of questions. Bitch, I can't answer everything at once. Slow down. The governor's face scrunched up. As I've already made clear, this is not a complete blockade. There's nothing to stop anyone from leaving Shibuya on foot. He said, walk your ass out the city. Good luck. There's something suspicious going on. That's true. It's actually him. Isn't what you're describing de facto martial law? Spat one reporter. Of course not, the governor snapped. You should be well aware that martial law is illegal. Is that illegal in Japan? I couldn't declare it. I couldn't declare it even if I wanted to. If you wanted to. So this is a bioterrorist issue then. Bitch, this is literally that one fucking tweet where it's like, bitches be, I could say I hate pancakes and bitches be like, oh, so you hate waffles too? Or like, oh, you like pancakes, so you hate waffles? Like, bitch, those are two different sentences. That's literally this. That's literally this, bro. Like, I literally said I couldn't declare if I wanted to, which clearly means that I don't want to, because I said if I wanted to. Bitch. Martial law is illegal in most places except in the most dire emergencies, but like, how do you choose what is a super dire emergency? I never said anything of the sort. The press conference was devolving into chaos. Humans are so fucking annoying. It's like, bitch, you want questions or answers. We're trying to give you answers, but you're throwing a temper tantrum right now. Kano was unsurprised given the circumstances. Still, everyone was doing their best in so far, so they knew how. So why not me? Kano thought. It doesn't matter what I do. I just want to be doing something. Just letting time tick by without trying to take action was more than he could bear. Kano began to worry about Rumi and decided to give her a call. Was worried about Sasayama and decided to visit him in the hospital. Thought about Sasayama's wife and decided to get in touch with her. Ugh! These are all terrible situations. You know, I gotta put my girl first. The phone rang several times before it went to voicemail. The fact that she hadn't picked up made Kano all the more anxious. He was still staring at his phone when he got a call of his own. Is it my wife? Well, my fiance? Who? When he appeared at the incoming call display, his heart nearly stopped. There was Tateno's name. Kano quickly pressed the button to accept call. Detective Tateno? Detective Tateno, is that you? There was a whole mountain of things Kano wanted to ask. Just what had Tateno been doing this whole time? Why had he let Al-Karawan go free? And what had happened to Hitomi? But while he was trying to decide what question to pose first, Tateno spoke. There are strict guidelines that state what the criteria are. I don't personally know that that's fair. But it's nowhere near as easy to do as movies and such make it out to be. Like, the current government has to be non-executive or out of commission, or it has to be in active wartime, just for example. Oh, non-existent. Got you. I've secured Maria Osawa. What? The word came out as a startled gasp. Detective Tateno, you have to bring her here ASAP. Right now she's... Tateno cut him off. You need to bring Hitomi Osawa to my location at once. Bitch, I don't have her. The fuck? Hitomi Osawa? Yes. I heard over the wireless that the man from the U.S. Embassy had her in custody. Dude, we're so cooked. Kano hadn't been listening to the most recent wireless traffic. Apparently, Stanley had managed to find Hitomi. But what was Tateno getting at here? Wait, hold on. What for? I mean, why do you need me to bring Hitomi Osawa to you? There was no reply. Detective Tateno, answer me. Please. Tateno replied as if he hadn't heard Kano's questions. Oh. Sorry, I got distracted. Tateno replied as if he hadn't heard Kano's questions. There's an office building in Nanpeidai? I don't know. Called South Hill. I'll be waiting for you on the rooftop. If you don't bring her, I'll kill Maria. T. With that grisly warning, he hung up. Kano's hand went limp. His phone slipped from his grasp and fell onto the floor. I didn't even get to read that last one. Something about his fucking... Wait, I could probably scroll up. With that grisly warning, he hung up. Kano's hand went limp. His phone slipped from his grasp and fell to the floor. Dramatic as fuck. Kano went to South Hill in Nanpeidai alone. But I don't even have Maria. Or sorry, not Maria. Hitomi. The building takes its name from a rough translation of Nanpeidai, the name of the area where it is located. The official name is South Hill Building, but since this is awkward to say, it's frequently shortened. Okay. Okay. Hello, bitch. I want to look at this again. What is this music, dog? Let's relax here. Any of the area where it's located. Okay. He hadn't brought Hitomi as Tateno had demanded, nor had he reported the situation to Kuze. First, he wanted to meet with Tateno and find out what was going on. Babe, what do we think is happening here? To be honest. Like, what does Kano think is going to happen? Like, he literally said, bring this girl, I'm gonna kill this bitch. So, what are we doing? Just asking a friend. Oh my gosh. First he took the elevator to the 8th floor. After that, he had to take the stairs to the rooftop. As he made his way up the steps, he tried to imagine what Tateno might want with Hitomi. He hadn't noticed anything suspicious about the senior detective in the lead up to the stakeout at the Scramble. Tateno had always seemed like the same man. The same man Kano had always reversed. This fucking music is frying me. Boom. So why was he doing this? I don't remember if I read this, but Tateno was seemed like the same man Kano had always revered. Kano couldn't think of a single reason. And he got him. Okay. Reaching the top of the staircase, he at last stepped out onto the open roof. Look at this angle, bro. The time for the half-baked conjecture was past. Kano would lay his doubts at Tateno's feet. Then, soon enough, everything would become clear. Inwardly, Kano did his best to convince himself of that. A warm breeze blew against his cheek. Which one? What? Who said that? That's my favorite joke, by the way. Just to be like, say some shit and then just be like, who said that? Who said that, bro? That's crazy. Guys, should I have one veggie straw as a treat? It's like those chips. Here, ASMR. There you go. There you go. Like, I didn't think I would like them, but I don't know. Something about it, the texture or whatever, I like it. I fuck with it. Take 2 as a reward. That's exactly how many I had. You knew it. A warm breeze blew against his cheek. He took a look around, but saw no sign of Tateno. Detective Tateno, where are you? Getting no response, he began to walk around the rooftop, calling out several more times. It's Kano, I've come as you asked. But you didn't bring Hitomi, so it's not really how he asked, is it? Where's Hitomi Osawa? Kano whirled around when he heard the voice behind him. Me, personally, I would not let that slide. This is completely random, but you saying straws made me remember this video I saw that explained how paper straws were proven to make soda taste worse. I actually believe that. I actually do believe that because, first of all, everything about it, like, listen, I get save the environment, but I can't fucking stand paper straws, bro. First of all, they be getting fucking soggy. Second of all, my potential autism does not like the texture of the paper straw against my lips or the inside of my lips or on my tongue. I don't like that. And like you said, it makes shit taste worse. So I'm like, bitch, get this shit out of my face. I'm sorry. I gotta kill those turtles with my plastic straw. I just do. And I can't do metal straws either. No, don't like metal straws either. So I'm like, fuck me. Like, I can't stand any, like, and if I did like a silicone one, oh, no. No, I can't. It's all texture. Tateno stepped into view from behind a water tank. He led with him a young woman, bound and blindfolded. Why didn't you bring her, he growled. Kano stared in shock. Detective Tateno, why are you doing this? Is that really Maria? I did not... No, I don't want to jump just yet. And we can't even jump even if I wanted to. But I didn't... It's red, so I don't know why I was, like, surprised. Tateno responded by removing the young woman's blindfold. With her blindfold removed, Maria slowly opened her eyes. Then, as she gazed past Kano, a panicked look crossed her face. They have a lot of typos in this game. A panic looked crossed her face. Like, sure, that's a lot of EDs in that word, in those words. Ugh. She shot out her arm to point. What the fuck? What the fuck is he doing here? Kano whirled around in surprise. There was a man on the roof of the building across the way who looked like he was getting ready to jump. What the fuck is he doing over there? Why now? Kano thought to himself, but he couldn't just stand idly by like someone committed suicide. Respectfully? Oh, okay, I can. Oh no, I can't go. Respectfully, I know he's a cop, but like I think we have bigger fish to fry. Like, call me heartless if you want, but I really think we have bigger fish to fry right now. If this guy, if Minorikawa wants to jump, which I know damn well he doesn't, bitch, it's Minorikawa. But, you know, as Kano, if, like, this guy wants to jump, sorry. I gotta deal with this bitch right now. Because, like, he's gonna leave as soon as you go to help. What the fuck? No, I know that they're jump points, but it had an X on it, so I know that I can't jump. See? X. It's more than that. They actually removed the fizziness of the soda by releasing the carbonation. The carbonation is meant to improve the flavor of the soda, so removing it makes it taste worse. It's why when you put the straw in, it instantly bubbles over. I haven't used like a paper straw in so long, like I generally don't know what the reaction is, but I feel like that's right. He felt a pang of disgust when he saw Toteno take in the situation with an indifferent glance but make no move to help. Detective Toteno, I'll be right back, Kano exclaimed. We can finish this after. Without waiting for an answer, he raced for the other building. He's just having a cigarette, it's fine. When he got to the second rooftop, the man was still there, staring down at the ground below. Don't do anything rash! Don't be rash, Kano warned, hurrying toward him. When the man gave no response, though, Kano quickly halted. The stranger was still several meters away. Kano braced himself, ready to lunge for the man if necessary. Let's not be hasty. Dude, I love when my main character is like me. I'm like, whoa. Nobody's going to be happy if you jump. Still, the man said nothing, simply gazing out at the sky. Surely he could hear Kano now. The detective continued, keeping his voice low and conversational. I've got a coworker. He's one of the most absurdly devoted husbands you could meet. All he does is brag about his wife. My wife. The man continued to ignore him. What do you say fuck me for? He was stabbed in the belly earlier today. Okay. Just trauma dumping a little as a treat. He's in the hospital right now on death's door. He was happy, but now his life might get snatched away from him anyway. Still, the man appeared unmoved. It was as if the words weren't even reaching him. Don't you think it's a waste to just go and throw your life away? Kano waited for the man to respond. Don't kill yourself. You're so sexy. Ahaha. The stranger took a purposeful stride away from the fence towards the roof's edge. Stop! Don't do it! The man unflinchingly stepped out toward empty air. You can't do that. You'll die. No! Kano sprang forward, somehow managing to grab hold of the stranger's wrist. Whoa. Get back here, you little shit. Girl, he's not even that close to the edge. I mean, like, he's a little close to the edge, but, like, not that close to the edge. He yanked the man back from the edge, only getting a blank stare in response. Don't go wasting your life like this. Ordinarily, Kano would have stayed and talked until he was sure the guy's death wish had passed. He said, stop being a little bitch. There wasn't time for that right now. How much you want to bet he's, like, not there anymore? If we go. But there wasn't time for that right now. Maria was in just as much danger at the very moment. That's what I'm saying. Like, sorry. Oh. Whipping out his handcuffs, he shackled the man to the fence. Hey, yo. What? I promise I'll come back. And then he never came back. Please, just stay alive for a few minutes longer, okay? Kano left the man staring in bewilderment and raced back to the South Hill building. I told you he wasn't going to be here. When he got back to the roof, no one was there. Kano immediately tried to call Tateno on his cell, but it didn't go through. Tateno must have powered off his cell. Damn it! Where did you go, detective? That's what you got. I told you this shit was gonna happen, Kano. Like, I don't want to hear shit. I told you this was gonna happen. This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Damn it, where did you go, detective? He needed to hear what Tateno had to say. He still had no idea what was really going on, or what the grim truth might be. But it seemed he had just lost his chance to find out. In desperation, Kano rushed from the building. I wonder if we're gonna have to do something to stop Minorikawa from being on that rooftop, because I mean, if he's not up there, then Kano wouldn't be getting distracted trying to save him from, like, krilling himself. So we have to, like, solve whatever reason he was trying to krill, and then we'll be good, I think. In desperation, Kano rushed from the building. But in his frantic search of the area, he saw no sign of either Tateno or Maria. Later, a precinct-wide manhunt failed to discover where the two had gone. From that day forward, Kano was empty inside, carrying out his duties as a detective with bleak detachment. This is so sad. Alexa played Despacito too. Lost sight of Maria and Tateno. When Kano caught sight of a man about to commit suicide, it was Minorikawa. He couldn't ignore the situation and impulsively rushed to the rescue, but lost track of Tateno and Maria as a result. If Minorikawa hadn't turned up on that rooftop, Kano would have been able to focus on his primary mission. I basically said that same thing. Yeah, this music goes crazy. Like, very fitting for the situation. Me, personally, I would not let that slide. But see, I'm a bad person, so I would have let that happen. I'm like, that is none of my business, respectfully. I gotta deal with my own shit. Sorry.
Hydrate or dihydrate!
I'm sorry, Ditto. I don't have any, like, I don't have a drink near me right now. So I'll have Black Blue refund that for you. Cause I don't have a drink near me at all, so I don't have anything to hydrate with. So I guess I'm dehydrating. I don't know. Achi could hear ambulance and police sirens wailing on the main road. He looked down at Hitomi, slumped on the park bench beside him. You're sure you're not hurt? He asked quietly, offering her a bottle of water. Wait, something's up with the redeem. There's nothing to refund. Let me look. Let me have a look. You'll have to remember to get something to hydrate when you get up again. That's true. I just I'm so lazy. I don't feel like getting up. If somebody tries to remind me, if I do end up getting up before stream ends. Where was I? I'm okay. Hitomi took a sip from the water bottle. The bottle. Thanks. I think I've managed to calm down some. Some of her color had finally returned to her face. So, Achi began hesitantly. Inside that minivan... Hello? Oh. Maria wasn't in there. There was relief in her voice, but also none of the pathos. I got a look in through the windshield. There was a man laid out in the back seat, but nobody else. The dark cloud lifted from Achi's face. Okay, good news. I mean, we already knew that, but... So it wasn't your sister? Not yet, at least. No, I didn't see his face. Just that he was wearing a business suit, and my sister doesn't fucking wear business suits. Achi felt the tension ebbing from his body. That's good, then. That it wasn't her. I'd have been worried. It was a shame that the poor devil who had been killed... It was a shame about the poor devil who had been killed, though. Who was it, and why had he been there? So I guess now we're out of leads, Hitomi murmured. She hung her head. We could try the surveillance center again for now, Achi said. It'll probably give us better odds of finding your sister than just walking around. I guess you're right. Shall we then? Uh-oh. Hold on. Achi suddenly had a sudden flash of inspiration. My old house is a lot closer from here. Maybe I should ask my dad if we can check the cameras from home. You can do that? We have the same system at our house. I'm sure my dad will let us use them. Will he, though? The two got up and headed for Endo Electronics. Achi decided to let his father know they were coming. He turned on his phone as they walked along. He'd had it off for a while, so first he checked his voicemail. There was one message. Wondering who might have called, he played it back. Hello? Is this Achi Endo's personal cell phone? It's Dr. Psyche from Shibuya Central Hospital. Who the fuck? Saichi Psyche, heart specialist in Suzune's attending physician. Oh, his sister, right? A preeminent surgeon was who had successfully performed the Batista procedure, wherein the left ventricle is constructed after a third of it has been removed. He pressed the phone closer to his ear. Psyche K, whoa! There's been a sudden change in Suzune's condition. I tried calling your home as well, but got no answer. Achi felt the edges of his vision growing dim. As a brother, it would be good if you can come to the hospital as soon as possible. It's... Uh-oh. Achi? Hitomi's voice was full of concern. Sorry, I just gotta make a call here. Fingers trembling, Achi dialed his house. The phone rang several times before switching over to the answering machine. Damn it, where the hell are you, Dad? What's wrong? Hitomi asked. It's Suzune. It sounds like things have gotten pretty bad. Well, then we need to go to the hospital right away, Hitomi said. She sounded as anxious as Achi was. We can't go yet, Achi shook his head quietly. First we have to save your sister. Hitomi bristled angrily at that. What are you talking about? She grabbed Achi by the arm and shook him. Right now we need to be thinking about your sister. I can't. I made a promise to Suzune. A promise to help people and see things through to the end when something important is on the line. He struggled to get the words out. If I break that promise, then I really am no good to her. But Hitomi didn't look like she was going to back down. Oi, get back here! A threatening shout rung out from nearby. Achi looked around startled and saw a boy about high school age bolting out from behind a building on the side street. Several slightly older young men were hot on his heels. We need to bonk the sadness out of this guy, true. Achi knew their faces all too well. Dude, it's my old gang, we gotta go. They were all members of SOS. They caught their quarry just before he could make it onto the main road. Heh, gotcha, newbie. So the kid they were after must have been a member, too. Let me go! Oh, we'll let you go, alright. After you pay up. One of the young men snatched the boy by his collar and shoved him up against the wall near a building. Ow, the boy's face scrunched up. What are you talking about? Playing dumb, huh? Interjected one of the onlookers. We told you that memberships have to pay monthly dues, yeah? The privilege of getting to call yourself SOS don't come free, after all. Achi felt his blood boil. SOS was trying to pull a shakedown on this new kid under the guise of calling it dues. Slang for extortion. A full-fledged crime. Naturally, the direct shakedown, give me all your money, punk, is quite unpleasant. But more roundabout ways of being shaken down can still leave a bad taste in one's mouth. Someone who was surrounded by on the street by 8 people in pompadours who said, begging your pardon, but could you please hand over your money? Might suffer no physical harm, but would be the victim of a shakedown. It would have been unthinkable for them to do something like this back when Achi was running the show. Hey, he barked. Let the kid go. He marched toward the group. Say what now? They turned to look, their faces immediately going pale. Oh, hey Achi. Let him go. Achi focused his glare on the fellow holding the kid until he released his grip. You guys always go around doing stuff like this. No. None of the gang members answered. Now, I'm imagining what Achi would look like with a pompadour. I'm dead. Achi focuses... Oh no. I read that already. None of the gang members answered. They merely turned their gazes glumly to the ground. Hey, Achi turned to the younger boy. Since when have you been doing this? But of course he realized there was no way the newbie would be able to tell him. Tell him. Never mind. You can go. Achi gestured toward the main road. The boy was too quick to run off. Look at these fucking punks. The boy was quick to run off. Achi waited until the boy was gone before turning back to the others. Does Susumu know you're going around collecting dues like this? He asked. We don't usually tell ya. We don't gotta tell you that, one of them muttered. Sorry, I'm having a stroke. Man, we don't gotta tell you that, one of them muttered. Not since you deserted. What'd you just say? Achi leaned in close, getting it right in the guy's face. He was met with a defiant sneer. Achi leaned in close, getting right in the guy's face. He was met with a defiant sneer. This ain't the old SOS anymore. Not the old SOS. Achi thought back to the other gang member he'd seen running in earlier, with the malicious gleam of his eyes. Why's he staring at me like that, low key? That guy, pretty sure his name was Kiryu? I don't even remember. Back when Achi had been with SOS, he'd never let a guy like that get away with acting all high and mighty. Suddenly, Achi heard a voice from behind him. Well, well. Ah ha ha. If I had a nickel for every time I dropped something in this room today alone, I'd have a lot of nickels. If it ain't our legendary founder, bitch. That's just so not fair. An instant later, he took a hard blow to the side of the head. Heh, I was just looking out for some small fry, but looks like I landed me a big one. Man, I'm about to small fry this dick in your mouth. Talk to me like that again. Achi's head swam, his vision fading in and out. Before he had a chance to recover, something smashed into his knee. Bitch, did I just die? What the fuck? He lay crumpled on the ground, unable to retaliate as kicks and punches rained down on him. Even after Achi could no longer move, the beating didn't stop. His ruptured eardrum could barely make out the sound of Hitomi screaming. Hitomi, run. With its final plea silenced before it reached his lips, Achi felt his consciousness battered away. I got a bad end. I didn't even make any fucking choices. Kiryu turned up out of nowhere and gave Achi a beatdown with a piece of timber. But just before he attacked Achi, Kiryu had run into someone else. That person did something that changed what Kiryu did. The individual in question needs to say something different to ensure Kiryu doesn't go to Dogenzaka, while Achi and Hitomi are there. I miss Tama, bro. I didn't even realize... I don't even remember getting kidnapped. I'm not gonna lie. Like, for a second time. I walk around... oh my god, I'm having a stroke, sorry. I walk counter to the throng of people, heading toward the scene of the explosion. The explosion happened in Shibuya Jinan 1 Chom, near the intersection of Koendori and Oregon Hill. There's a gun pressed against my back, leaving me with no choice but to continue marching forward. Okay. I don't have time for this right now. There's something I need to do. My frantic sense of urgency grows and grows. Canadian. Kanan. I don't know why I said Canadian. I just saw, like, the first bit, and I was like, oh yeah, this is, like, Canada. Girl, what? What? And Hitomi's just watching all this. She must be traumatized. No, she's not here yet. The only clue I have is that name. The other hazy snippets have been surfaced in my memory, providing no answers. Please just tell me, I murmur. Please just tell me. Do you want to know who I am? No, I'm kidding. Sorry, please just tell me, I murmur. Do you know who I am? When the man with the cane doesn't answer, I stop in my tracks. I'm going to start shouting, I warn him. If you want to find out who you are, then do as I say. The barrel of the gun jabs more forcefully into my back. Once we find Hitomi Osawa, you'll remember, whether you like it or not. Guess I have no choice but to keep moving. Okay. Guess I have no choice but to keep moving. I guess. Are your memories really that precious to you? The man mutters as we start to move again. Man, look at that little baby gun. Little baby gun for babies. Are your memories really that precious to you? The man mutters as we start to move again. I'm taken aback by the question. Well, yes. I mean, isn't that pretty normal? There's a bit of a pause before he replies, the voice sad and distant. Understood. You're not going to remember just the good times, you know. What do you mean? I mean that sad and painful memories are going to resurface too. So, is he basically saying you should die not knowing / like, you know, maybe you don't want to get your memories back type shit? I guess I hadn't really thought about that. But still, whatever kind of memories they are, they're all a part of me. I'm the person I am now because of the sorrow and pain too. I want to remember. I want to remember who I am. The gunman directs me dispassionately along a series of quiet end streets. Wow. Okay. Side streets. I don't know why I say end streets. Right here. I stop at his words. Sorry, I was answering a text. My bad. Anyways. In front of us is an old multi-tenant office building. We ride the elevator to the 8th floor and then use the emergency exit to take the stairs up to the rooftop. Oh, you meant from... Sorry, I'm stupid. I realized when you met, and Hitomi's just watching this, you meant from the Achi ending. I thought you meant this one because I saw it so late. I was like, bitch, what the fuck? This is not Hitomi. No, but yeah, like... I mean, I'm not to, like, you know, let imaginations fly, but I'm gonna assume that after they beat the literal, like, Achi to death, like, they probably weren't so nice to her either. A cool breeze blows across my cheek. Sit down there. I do as he says, settling myself away. I do, he says, setting myself on the outdoor air conditioning unit. Is it this one? Okay. The man lowers his gun but keeps it in his hand. We'll wait here for a bit. For how long? He lets out a rueful chuckle. Guess we'll have to wait and see. I decided there's no point in trying to fight with him. For now, I have to hope. Hope and pray. Hope and despair. Whoa. For now, I have to hope he's telling the truth. And whatever is coming will help me get my memories back. Okay. I don't know my past, but how can I know what to do about this Kanan stuff anything else. Right? Like, that feels so heavy. What? Like, this is some heavy shit, you guys. People are just straight up going through it. They're just straight up going through it. And ain't nothing we can do about it. L plus ratio, you know? I decided there's no point in trying to fight with him. For now, I have to hope he's telling the truth, and whatever is coming will help me get my memories back. I don't know about my past, but how can someone, or how can I know what to do about this Kanan stuff or champion? I don't know about, yeah. I don't know about my past. How can I know what to do about this Kanan stuff or anything else? I stare up at the sky as I wait for whatever this assassin is waiting for. The silence between us is suffocating. Right. Maybe, I was about to criticize this guy's technique, but of hostage holding. But, you know, I don't think I should be giving good hostage advice. Even in a fictional sense. Maybe call me a bitch. I don't know. Silence below us is suffocating. We can't even, like, drive around with, like, ASMR. Just drive around with some ASMR in the car. Imagine. That'd be really fucking funny. I can't take it any longer. So I think this is yours. I held out the notebook I picked up earlier. The man's surprise is plain on his face. Where did you get that? There's all the pictures inside. No, wait, go back. Huh? Okay. Where did you get that? I saw the picture inside. He snatches the book out of my hand. She's gonna add this to the list. Then he flips through it, looking sad. I'm afraid to find another opportunity. I just be adding fucking words. I'm not paying attention. I'm afraid that another agonizing silence is about to descend when he speaks at last. Woo! This is a picture of me and my childhood friends. Do you know any of these people now? Be honest. Be honest. Aw, look at the sentimental music is here. His voice is low and quiet. We were inseparable back when we were kids. The boy here, he liked to fiddle with machines. Always doing things like taking apart radios and whatnot, putting them back together. Dude, I think that person is, you. I think this is you. Sorry to say. Always doing things like taking... Yeah, okay, I wrote that. He was a total bookworm, too. So he got picked on a lot. But I was always there to save him from other bullies. Yeah. You wouldn't do this, would you? You wouldn't be a bully? All of a sudden, the guy's in a sharing mood, I guess. I can feel his aura of murderous rage starting to abate. Right? I'm like, bruh. It's alright. It's alright. Okay. This music is so vibey and chill, bro. All of a sudden, the guy's in a sharing mood, I guess. I can feel his aura of murderous rage starting to... I don't know how to say that word, sorry. She felt more like a big sister. The girl here was the same age as us, but she felt more like a big sister. Whatever stupid thing my other friend and I got up to, she was always willing to laugh it off. I keep keep getting distracted. I decided to say quiet and keep listening. What was your name? I'm just gonna shut up and let him keep talking. I decided to stay quiet, keep listening. We both had a thing for her. Oh, really? What happened? A bashful little smile. Is it mime? Say what, clown man? No, I'm kidding. Listen, we don't know his full backstory. We don't know if he's a clown. I'm calling him a clown, but we don't know if it's true. A bashful little smile comes to his face. Bitch, I can't fucking write. No, not the little family photo, dude. You can't do that. When we were in high school, she told me that she liked me too. So the two of us started dating. Buddy? Somebody's dying right now. The thing. That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is. Thank you. That was my Reggie Straw rendition of Mask by Dream. I saw a TikTok. Sorry, hold on. I saw a TikTok where it was like somebody like lip singing to that song, and I just like literally was like shook. I was like, wait, I forgot that song even existed, dog. And somehow it was like my top song of 2021, and I did not listen to Road Trip that much, and I don't understand. I don't. But what the fuck do I know, huh? But I just have to ask, what about the other two guys? Oh. He never said anything. Crunch. He never said anything. I'm not sure how he felt deep down. Alright. Oh, alright. So, then is your wife now? Oops. Can't do the opposite. Opposite of what? The man carefully slips the notebook into the pocket of his inside of his jacket. How come? If I can't read today, y'all. I gotta pack this shit up soon. Probably after this part ends. Not gonna lie. It was nothing in particular, really. I just like can't. I can't. It's not my day. Like Blackboo said earlier, it's just not my. It's not my day right now. You know, it's not like it's not my day. My day was good. I'm just like it's not my stream. It's not my stream today. It was nothing in particular, really. Things just didn't work out. He lets out a little chuckle, then stands up and brushes the dust off his paint. What? He looked strangely lonely. Sometimes you just gotta take those L's, right? Okay. So, next time we play, we need to visit Osawa and Minorikawa. And then start solving some fucking mysteries. I kind of am glad that, like, I dipped my toe back into 428. Because I think it kind of did do what I hoped it was going to do. Which was, like, getting me reinvested in the game. Because I do find these characters in this story intriguing. And I do want to know more about it. So I kind of am glad that, like, I kind of forced myself in a way to play this one. So there's some good things. There's some good things in these. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. Should we get one crumb of Osawa? just to see. I don't want to know how people feel. All I want to know is what viruses feel. I prefer viruses because they make no move to encroach upon me from the other side of my microscope. Leave me free. Sorry, they leave me... See, I can't do this. They leave me free, so I let my thoughts wander as I wish. No. Ugh. And while it may be true to say I understand virtues, sorry, that says virus. I literally can't read, y'all. This dyslexia is going crazy right now. I just wanted to see where we were at. This is why I'm ending. And while it may be true to say I understand viruses, I have never been able to understand my fellow humans. I don't know them. I don't know a single fundamental thing about them. You had like hella stuff. With Tanaka dead, trying to use the backup passwords for the fingerprint scanner had become a hopeless endeavor. The only remaining means of gaining entry to the storage area was to issue an emergency unlock request to the electronic lock manufacturer. In order to do that, they needed the approval from the 6 members of the board of directors. Oh, we're so screwed. Dude, I can't believe the toxic yaoi turned to doomed yaoi. This is so sad, Alexa. Run it back. Returning to his study, Osawa called Makino's personal cell phone. What is it? Makino said gruffly as soon as he picked up. Osawa informed him of the situation, including Tanaka's death, and the fact that Maria was infected. The news left Makino at a loss for words. Please, Osawa begged, you need to hold an emergency board meeting. Makino was silent for a few moments. I'm afraid I can't do that. Why not? Are you just going to sit by and let my daughter die? And not just her. If Maria goes symptomatic. That was still only an if. But Osawa was reluctant to put his fears into words. If she goes symptomatic, the Yua virus will sweep through all of Tokyo. I realize that. Makino replied. Oh, I'm scared. But one of the board members is overseas on business. Holding a meeting is impossible. Despite the gravity of the situation, he sounded astoundingly nonchalant. Osawa couldn't back down now. There must be some other option, like a web conference or something. That doesn't help us if we can't get in touch with him, Makino huffed. They said fuck the world, I guess. Yeah, I'll probably get up and get my drink. Time to skip the melodramatics. I wonder if I used that right. That sounds good enough. Close enough. That doesn't help if we can't get in touch with him. He went missing a few days ago in the middle of the business trip, and y'all didn't think that was, important? Oops. The head of Okoshi Pharmaceuticals' New York branch has been missing since April 25th, 9 p.m. local time. There have been no demands for ransom, and so the New York Police Department is investigating the possibility of some other form of foul play. Osawa was almost too appalled to be angry. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Would you like to speak to my on-site contact if you don't believe me? This was like arguing with a child. If Makino was deliberately working against him, he'd never know if this disappearance was real or not. In that case, can you please appoint a representative in his stead? Osawa pleaded. Selecting a representative is a complicated process. Even if we start right now, it would take until sometime tomorrow afternoon to complete it. Tomorrow afternoon? By then it would be too late for any of this to matter. Sir, can't you see how absurd the things you're saying are? What would you have me do? Makino barked. These are the realities of corporate politics. I understand, sir. You will do nothing for my daughter. That's what you're saying. That's not what I'm saying, Makino replied. Look, I'll see what I can do to appoint a representative more quickly. He hung up. We're cooked. His tone has suggested that waiting for an appointee wouldn't be a terribly hopeful prospect. I have no more allies, Osawa thought. All I have left are foes. He couldn't count on anyone anymore. Osawa was going to just have to get the antiviral himself. Still, he'd just have to take Makino at his word. Right now, that was his only course of action. Well, I think we are going to have to figure that out next time. What are we gonna choose? I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. That's for sure. I think it'll be very interesting. Things are getting spicy around here. Things are getting very spicy. Quit game. Yes, please. Things are getting spicy. And I'm excited and scared. Because, I mean, this game has been out for, like, I don't know if Black Blue remembers exactly when this shit came out. But, like, this game's been out for a while. And I've never heard anything about it. You know? Yeah, sometimes you need a little break. Time to skip them. Yeah. Oh, I read that already. A nice, clean, short stream. Just a little guy. A little guy is a treat. Thank you guys so much for watching today's live stream. Next stream will be tomorrow with... I'm not sure. I feel like... I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, because if you guys don't know, my birthday is on the 29th. But that is a Sunday. So I don't know if I should, like, not stream that day. Or if I should stream that day. Saturday, I believe I am doing Mania lore. So I can't do, like, I don't know what I should do. I don't know. Should I, like, celebrate tomorrow? Or, like, I don't know. Not do a birthday stream this year? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any ideas, feel free to, like, either leave them in general chat, or if you type it here, I have this screen up for a little bit, so I'll end up seeing it anyways. But yeah, I don't know what I want to do. You can celebrate with us on Monday. Oh, that's true. I forgot Monday was a thing. That might be a good play. Because I was gonna do it Saturday, but then I found out we had Mania lore, and I was like, fuck. Not that I don't want to do Mania, but I'm like, fuck. That disrupts my plans. But we'll see. We'll see what all happens. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and we'll see ya. Wait, I don't even have the music on. Sorry, I'm a flop. We'll see ya. Bye, you guys. I don't know, long stream? We'll see.